Ronald Koeman, we pretty much know, is going to give a pass until the new president comes in. What, is that still the case?
Well, I think so, not least because there's no need to do anything until then. Bear in mind that the elections are on the 24th of January. There's no prospect at all, really, of changing before then. I suspect that even most of those candidates would probably rather, if they do have a new manager in mind, to wait until the new season to do so. So I think Koeman will probably see it out till the end of the season, but I guess it will partly depend what happens both in La Liga and in particular in the Champions League, where Barcelona are very well placed, even though in La Liga they're now in a position where they're 12 points adrift, the kind of lead that no one has ever overcome before to win the title. So while it's very, very early, while they've only played 10 games, you can look at this and say it's probable that their league title challenge is already over. So I think Koeman is safe from that point of view, but that doesn't mean that his position is a good one.
Sid, it is interesting when you take a look at this Barcelona team and the individuals within it. Obviously, they're nowhere near where they should be. Why?
Well, I mean, in a way, that's the $69 million question, isn't it? There are all sorts of reasons. I think there are reasons that go back a very long time. I think there are some that are more immediate in terms of the structure of the team, the way that, as Alvaro Cervera was suggesting with that analysis, that players are kind of filtered into the same part of the pitch. That denies them space. It makes the pitch smaller rather than opening it up and giving space around the edge of the area or allowing people to go to the byline and come back. Then you kind of have everyone funneled into a huge amount of traffic, which makes it probably relatively easy to stop them having an impact. Beyond that, I think there are question marks, of course, about fitness. I think there are question marks about the emotional state of players. I think there are question marks about the mechanics of the team in terms of the way that everyone tries to play to Messi when that may not always be the best option, in terms of the way that I think some players perhaps don't take the responsibility that they should do because they have Messi in the side. And so I think there are a whole load of reasons why players are not performing on an individual level. But of course, this is the nature of football, and we talk about this endlessly. It's never just about individual performances. It always comes in a collective context.
What was striking, Sid, after the second goal, which was embarrassing for many different levels, that there was no spark, no fight, no come together, no, look, there's still half an hour left, we can get this done. And that kind of just summed up their season so far.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I think that's one of the things that we shouldn't forget. You look at this goal, and as you say, it's an embarrassing goal in which I think you could argue there are at least two mistakes, maybe three, maybe even four. The throw-in is badly taken. Longley lets it go. Ter Stegen doesn't judge it particularly well as he tries to clear it. Frenkie de Jong comes sliding in and doesn't get there, although I don't think you can really blame Frenkie de Jong, and I'm not 100% sure whether or not you can blame Ter Stegen, but it's an embarrassing goal enough. And you look at it and you think, well, this is embarrassing. This is the winning goal. But then, as you say, there's still half an hour to go. There is plenty of time for Barcelona to turn this round, and they didn't. And bear in mind that this isn't new. They have trailed 6 times this season. They haven't won any of those games. At no point have they been able to turn a result around. And I think that's very, very significant. I also think when you look at it and you listen to the analysis from Alvaro Cervera, you look at the fact that Barcelona had loads and loads of the ball. You look at the fact that they had a reasonably large number of shots, but as he rightly says, most of those are shots from the edge of the area, not really in a position where they're particularly dangerous. Messi himself has 10 shots, but it never really feels like he's going to score. And I think that's the worrying thing from Barcelona's point of view. That this isn't just about attitude, which, by the way, Koeman did complain about. It's also about their ability to make things happen. This isn't a team that wasn't trying. This was a team that was trying and was still completely incapable of creating genuinely clear-cut chances.
And this is a team, Sid, that may not be in the Champions League next season.
Well, you look at the way the league table is at the moment, you look at the way that Barcelona are performing, and you say it's genuinely a possibility that Barcelona may not finish in the top 4. Now look, I think those of us who've watched Spanish football, and even those who just take a passing interest in it, will think, well, over the course of the season, they'll pick up enough points. There will be a period in which they start to rack up the results, in which they pick up 3 points every week for 4, 5, maybe 6 weeks, when even those teams around them that are strong, whether it's Real Sociedad or Villarreal or the other teams that are up in the top, Sevilla, for example, will start to drop points. And you can't help but feel that at some point they'll get themselves into that top 4. But truth be told, right now, it really doesn't look like it. I think the European results have suggested that there is a good team there, that there is talent there, that they should be able to do so. But at the moment, domestically at least, they're just performing so poorly that it's very difficult to have any faith in them at all.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.